Okay. So we need a scenario where we will have, let's say, employee form is there and his uh, family details are multiple. Okay. So I need a UI design for employee where employee has some basic detail. Guys, be on mute. Okay. Employee has some basic detail and family members are multiple. Okay. So need a UI design for this scenario. Okay. Use Bootstrap. Let's see what do we get. So we are trying to create an employee form where we have single employee detail, and for an employee, we will have multiple family details. Okay. Let's get the, so what it is saying, basic details and family detail. Fine. Let it create. Arey yaar, it is considering JavaScript. We don't need.
Sir, your voice is low.
Voice is low.
Yeah.
Now it is fine. I was not speaking right now. Everyone, voice is coming proper.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes. Coming proper.
Okay. अरे यार without JS. Okay. One more thing, like since everyone has working experience, when we work on a project, everyone know like for every project we have some different rules. Whenever you join a project, you get some rules, coding standard or some rules of the programming, right? Normally, if we talk about .ts, component.ts or any .ts file, either it is the service or component.ts, what should be maximum number of lines? Is there any rule like that? That maximum, let's say 500, 600, 3000, 4000 line, maximum number of lines can be this. Do we have a rule like that? Anyone aware? Will be there, can be there any rule that maximum of file can have maximum 2000 number of lines or 500 number of lines, something like that? Is it a possibility that we can have a rule like that?
No, you said yes, Glenn, right?
Right?
Yes.
So we have every
Yes.
project, again, like if you have not worked on a project like that, so probably company is small or the project is not that much enterprise level. But whenever we work on a proper enterprise level application, every project will have a rule that your .ts means either your service component or anything, maximum number of lines are decided. Okay. If your line exceeded than that, you will get the error. So all that we can set it in that prettify or in the VS Code also setting we can set it. Okay. So if your component is growing more, having some code more than that, so we have to minimize that code. So the code which we can move to the service, if we are not able to move that service, again we have to divide that whole component into smaller component. But every component should have that number of lines only. We cannot grow number of lines after that. Okay. So when you write so much of code into component, right? So first rule is component should be only responsible to deal with the UI modification. It should not have any extra function. All extra function we should move into service, right? So if you follow that, obviously your component length number of lines will be limited. Okay. Today someone approached me about this, so that's why I'm just explaining this. Let's see if our UI is ready. Yeah. So
Hello, sir.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
So actually, what happened, like I'm as a beginner for Angular, right? So
Hmm.
what happened? So in upcoming session, if you have some video related, like what are the things while some if some requirement is come from client, right?
Hmm.
So how the distribution of the work and everything, right? So
Okay.
if
Okay.
you have one video regarding this thing in
We will
upcoming
try.
session, so it's
We
better
will
for
try.
us.
Okay. Just remind
Yeah,
me.
yeah, sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Now see. Wait. Okay. Where is add button? Okay. Fine. So consider this is your UI. This is your family employee detail, and family details are going to be multiple. Here they have added is created as a static, but we will have add button over here. By default, only one row will be over here. Once you click on add, one more form will be populated. Again, if you click on add, one more row will be populated. So this is going to be dynamic. Okay. So how it is going to be like, let's say over here, dot row, dot call 6. Here we will have this heading. And again, we will have call 6. And here we will have a button, class btn hyphen success. We will say add family. Okay. And currently we have 3 family rows. This should be dynamic. Okay. If I save, so let's say by default only we have a place to enter only one family detail. If I click on add family, this form will be again created so that I can enter the second family detail. Again, if I click on add, again third form will be dynamically created. Got it? Understood one to many relationship and how dynamic form we have to need? Clear everyone? Okay. So now
Yes.
this thing, how we
Yes,
can
sir.
do with reactive form. Okay. So now in .ts, first we have to import the reactive form module. Then let's say we have
So I
employee
have
form.
queries here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually will add some field, right? So the form name is the same, right?
Sorry,
The form group name. The employee form name same only, right?
employee form means this name you are saying?
If I yeah, if I add some field for the one to many,
Hmm.
so form name same one, right?
Form name means
Oh,
wait,
here
let
is
me complete, then
employee
you will
form, right? Okay.
understand. Okay, let me complete. Consider this is your UI. So on click of add, you are going to create dynamic form in only the family member, not the whole form. This is single, na? Employee detail is going to be single. Just family member is going to be dynamic. So on click of add, just this row, this whole, these 3 text box will be again populated so that we can add second family detail. Got it? Okay. So this is our idea, what we have to achieve. Now, so what is the static information we have? Name, email, phone, and the department. Okay, so let's create those first. Name, colon, new form control, empty. Let me just copy paste this.
So can we do instead of like while adding the form builder as well
Same thing now.
for this one reactive form?
Let me first complete this with normal form, because in React form builder, to add a dynamic form, again something different might be there. I am also not sure. Phone
Okay, sure, sir.
and department. Okay, so this is our single form. After that, now we have family details. So we need one property, family list, colon. Here we will have new form array. And how do we create it? Round bracket empty array. Yeah. Okay. So now this is going to be your form. And consider like you have a API where you need to send the data. So object, what type of object you need to send? So it will be like name colon something, email colon something value, then phone department, and then in family list, in this family list, you will pass array of object of again family. Let's say member name, age, something. So array of family list you will be passing over here. Okay. So whenever we have one-to-many relationship, this is kind of the post object you will need. Okay. You will have a single instance of your family detail, and one property will be there where you will be passing the multiple details. Okay. So this will be your object which post API normally we will pass. Clear? Now, so this property will hold array of object. So while designing the form, you have to create this as a form array. So form array is a type of a data type which will hold multiple instance of the form group, nested form group. Okay. Form array can hold multiple instance of your form group. Okay. Now, so we have created our reactive form. Now we will bind this also. So in our HTML, at the top, we don't have a form group. We will need a form tag. Form tag. And on this form tag, first we have to bind the form. Form group is equal to our form name. That will be employee form. Okay. Square bracket. So we created reactive form, and that form we have binded over here. Now in employee form. So this is our normal form controller name you will bind. Let me just copy paste quickly. So we have name, email, phone. Last one is department. These are the single controls we have. So that we have binded. Now, let me format. Now, in this card, this row, this is the row where we have the family form. So this should be repeated. Like how many form I need, that many times this row should be repeated. So for that, on this parent div, or we will need one more parent div. Let's create a div which will act as a parent div for this. And this row I am moving inside over here. Okay. So on this div, what we will bind? Our form group name. So this form group name, we need to bind it over here. So form group array name. Group array name equal to our array name. So what is the array name? Our family list. So this will go over here. Okay. Then over here, we are going to iterate. So first of all, on click of add, what we need to do? We need to add a dynamic form. So click, add new family. Okay. Let's create this function now. On click of add, what we need to actually do? This form should be repeated, right? But this form we are going to iterate on this family array. So here we have to create a new form. Local form I'm creating. Okay. Family form. Again, reactive form I'm creating. New form group. Now, what things we have in the family? Member name, relationship, and the age. Okay. Member name, new form control, empty, relation, and age. That's the last control we have. Okay. So can we create a reactive form inside a function first of all, like this? Or do we need to create a global variable and then only we can store the reactive form? Is it possible? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So just like here we have created a global variable, just like that in a local variable I have created a reactive form. Now this reactive form I have to push into this form control. So this dot employee form dot control, we need to select the particular control, that is family list. Okay. Now see this, what is the type of this family list? Form array, means multiple form group we can push to this particular control. So if you see over here, we are not able to get push method, not getting add method also. Okay. So to get this, first what we need to do, we have to provide a data type to this. So I'm creating one more variable, family control is equal to. Okay. And here we have to specify the data type as form array. So whatever the data we have got over here, we are just providing a data type to this. Okay. Now if you see the family control dot add, wait, something is missing. Why add is not coming? As form array we have said form array, or something else I'm missing. Why add is not coming? Let's try the get method. Return this dot employee form dot controls square bracket single quote, our control name, that is family name, as form array. Okay. Now get family dot add this dot get family dot controls. Wait, anyone remember how do we do that? I also forgot. We have created a form array. We created a reactive form. Then we get an access. We provided a data type. Why add is not coming? This form, I'm use reactive form array with form group. Let's see. With dot array form array, correct only, no? Form array. Don't want to use form builder.
Sir,
Hmm.
we need to add dot get method.
Either get or
Means
that, no, same thing. See, there are two
okay.
ways to read a particular control from your form, either square bracket control or get method also. Both will give you the same thing. Form array return type we didn't give, so because of that, get family. Still, why add is not coming? Push is there. Wait. Sorry, push was there. I was thinking of add. Vice versa is remove add. We don't have pop. While adding, we have push method. Okay. My bad. So here also same thing work. Family control. But no, here push. Yeah, it push is coming. So push, we need to push this. Okay. So see, again, there are two ways to do this. First, you can get the control, specific control, but in this family list, what type of data we have? Form control. So we have to provide a data type like this. If you don't provide this, push method won't suggest. Okay. Then the reactive form which we have created, that we are pushing to our this particular control from our form group. Either you do like this, or you can create a separate get method. Okay, either you do like this, or you can create a separate get method to just get the particular control from your employee form. Basically what we did over here, that you have moved to a different function. So now this dot get family dot push, and you can push your control reactive form. Okay, now on click of add, what we are doing, we have created a reactive form, and that we have pushed to family list of the employee form, the parent form. Okay, now over here we can use the @for loop. Now we have to iterate this particular form. How much time? How many nested form group we have? That many time we have to iterate. So where we have stored the form nested family detail in this family list. Okay. And how do we get this family list? We have already created this get method. Okay. So this I can use it over here directly, but this will return the controls. So this is like a form group. Inside that we will have multiple controls. So controls. Okay. Let's just see till this. What we have done till now, we have created a reactive form. This was very basic. We have seen till this. The new thing is in family list, we are going to store multiple array of the family group. Okay, so that's why we have the data type is instead of new form control, we have added new form array. Then we have add button. So on click of this add button, what we need to do, we need to create a reactive form for the family, and that family form we need to push to this family list. So we have created a get method. Basically from our employee form, we have read the specific control and we are pushing it to it. Okay. And then is the HTML, we are iterating on the get family dot control. Okay. So let's see now. So by default, you can see family form is empty. We don't have anything over there. But if I click on add, see one form we got. Again, if I click add, see, getting it? So now your form is dynamic. Understood? Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you create the dynamic form. Clear till
So
now?
once submit the form, where it will show?
Once,
Submit the form.
yeah, we are halfway there roughly. Okay. Now this is our child form, family form. So here also we need the form controller name. Otherwise, how you will get the member name and relationship and age, correct? So this text box also we need to bind, but to this control name. Okay. But this is also nothing but a form group. So here also on this row, we need to assign a form group name. So square bracket, form group name is equal to, now we need something unique. Okay. So dollar index we have. So this we will add it over here, or square.
You are on mute.
I'm audible? Guys,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Now it's audible. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, on click of submit, see, you got the proper data what you needed, single data of employee, and in family list we have the array of family member. Understood? This was our idea. We need single data of employee and multiple data of family member. So by using the form value, we have got the family data also and the multiple family member list also. Clear?
Hello, sir. Could you please recap once again?
See, initially what we have done, we have created a reactive form. Okay, normal one. But inside that family list, instead of form control, what do we have? Form array. Okay. Then we have binded our employee form over here. Then the single control to the single form controller name over here. Then this div had a dynamic form section, family detail. So first on the parent element, we have binded form array name. Form array name will this control name where you are going to store your multiple form. Okay. Then we had the add button. On click of add button, what we have done, we have created a form group for family inside this function and we stored into a constant variable. Then we had to push this form group, family form, into this particular control from our employee form. So for that, we created a method which will return the specific control only. See, it is nothing but returning the specific family control. Okay, but we have provided a data type that this contains form array data. So here this dot get family details dot push, we have pushed this family group, means in your employee form, in this control you are pushing 111 form group, employee form. How many family member you need, that many time you are creating a reactive form and you are pushing it to your form list. Okay, then in the HTML what you have done, you have used the for loop on get family. Get family is nothing but your employee form and the family list, and inside family list you are going to have multiple control, but in each control you are going to have multiple forms of employee. So that's why get family dot control, and each form, this contains a reactive form, so we need to give something unique form group name. So that's why I'm passing dollar index, so 0, 1, 2 something. And over here form controller name is there, and what form controller name, the dynamic one, member name, relation and age, you will bind it over here. And on click of save, you got the whole object, employee detail and the multiple family list, and this is our output. Got it? So this is our single
Yes, sir.
one-to-many relationship where you have family members, family form as a dynamic. You can add as many as family detail. On click of add, a new form will be created dynamically. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's say I added it, but I don't want this record. I want to delete it. So we can add a delete button also over here. Okay. So instead of call 4, we will go with call 2. Call 2, we will have a button btn ranger remove. Now on click of remove, again we need the function remove family form. But which family form you need to remove? So it's how you will uniquely identifies. We are assigning a form group name index. So by passing the index, you will remove it. Okay. Let me start another meeting. Want to break? Please join again. Okay. So let's see the UI first. So you can see on click of remove, we should be able to remove this particular form family form. Okay. So how you will identify you like which form you need to remove? So we are assigning something unique over here. Okay. So while removing, click, we have created this function now. So now this function will have index. Okay. So while calling this function, we will pass this index over here, dollar index. We will pass it over here. Okay. Now from our from our employee form, inside this control, we are going to have multiple forms of family. So we need to remove the specific with specific index. Okay. So for that, again, we need to get the instance of family list. So this is where we have. So this dot employee get family dot controls. Sorry, we already have it. Dot remove at. Okay. And what we need to pass index over here. I think this doesn't work in new version. We had something new. Let's check if it works or not. And after this, now let's try this dot employee form. Update value and validity also we will run. Let's see. Okay. So on click of remove, what you are passing the index, which form particular you need to remove. And this dot get family means your employee form dot family. From this, you are going to remove particular index form group. Okay. Let's see. We have three. Let's say this is AAA, relationship, BBB, CCC. Let's debug this also. Remove. Okay. So now if I click on remove for the BBB, second one, so 0 and 1 will go. Remove. So what we got? 1. 0th and the first. If you check the get family, see, get family has control. Inside that control, we have an array. Okay. See, this is first form group, second form group, third form group. And what we are going to remove? First one. Okay. So now if you check, currently just see properly. Currently in the control, we have three form group. And we are saying remove the first one. If you check over here, now we just got 2. Okay. Let's save. But the third one is also, it is removing. I thought the same issue. So from 18, we are facing this issue. I don't know, like something new is there or something. But if we are passing 1 now, it is removing the third one. Getting it? We clicked on the second one, BBV1, but it has removed the third one. Why it is behaving like that, I also don't know. Remove at. But you got the idea, right? We have to pass the index and it will remove the specific form, bin nested form group from your family group. From your employee form, you have a dynamic control, that is family list. From in that family list, we have an array of family group. So whatever the index you pass by using remove at method, it will remove the specific control. So likewise, from the UI also that control gets removed. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we need to do when we talk about reactive form. Again, now validation and everything stays the same. Nothing changes. Okay. Here also you can add the basically this is also reactive form and this is also reactive form. How you used to add the dynamic validation over here, same thing you can add it over here also. Nothing will change. Okay. So this is how you add a dynamic form in reactive form. Now same thing we can do by your template also. But in template, you have to write a custom code. You will create an array. You will have two different form. One for the employee, you will have two different object, one for the employee object and one for the family object. And that family object, you will have separate form. Okay. But in a reactive means in reactive form to achieve this, there is only one way by using the form array. But in template form, everyone can use their own way. There are multiple ways to do that same thing in the template form because we don't have any generic way to do that. Custom code we need to write. Whatever the logic you think, it will work. Okay. So this is how you implement the form array. Clear everyone? So wherever you have now in our project, we have something scenario like that. employee form. If you check the create employee form, see employee basic detail. Now in EM employee skill, we have an array of object. Just like that experience also we have array of objects. So here multiple details will be added. So reactive form we can use very properly over here. Got it? So whenever your API object is like this, something is single and in one property you need the array of object. So obviously you have to go for a reactive form array. That is one-to-many relationship. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone having any doubt? It just steps, like what number of steps we have written. First, you create the reactive form in one control. Instead of going with the form control, you will have form group like this. Let's say by default on the page load, you need to have one family group already added. So what you will do on the constructor, you will call this method on the page load. So once your reactive form will initialize, and then this function you are calling on the page load. So by default, one family member will be there. See, one family member is there because on the page load, we are calling this function. So it will push one family group on the page load only. And on click of add again, respective will be there. Okay. Clear everyone? So this is something new. And in the HTML, the top form, the single form is very easy. Just which is dynamic. Here you need to add a form array name, then for loop, and then every form should have something unique. That's why form group name, and you will pass the index over here. This is something extra you need to do. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Soral is there?
Yes, sir.
Admin, who are you? Who is this admin? Can you please pick? I'm asking multiple time. Admin,
Mm, I think Vaishnav is.
Vaishnav is there. Vaishnav, are you admin? Please change your name. Anyway, Sorali, you were having doubt. Okay. See, for everyone, and now I'm repeating one more thing. When you get a task, okay, suppose you are working on a project, you get a task, okay. Let's say, if we see, let's see another API first. Code mentor or see the small one. Okay. Let's say this e-commerce API. Okay. If you see the create product API, what are the things we have in create product post API? This is the post API, correct? Whenever you start the CRUD operation on any component, how many API you need?
4.
8 post.
No,
Four, na?
three.
Yes, sir.
Three
Three,
also or
right?
four also. Minimum three. First to create the record, that will be post API. One to get the record, one to update, and one to delete. So four API, correct? One to create, post API, put API, delete API, and the get API. Four APIs are needed. We have the APIs over here. This is for creating the new product. This is for updating the new product, updating the existing product. This is to delete. And here we have one API, that is get all product. Clear?
Yes.
So what is batch one? There is a batch, right?
Where is batch?
Uh, so like
Patch?
yeah,
Yeah,
P8,
patch.
P.
Patch API is to, let's say in update API, you can pass the whole data to
Okay,
update.
okay,
But let's say your object has around 150 field. Okay.
okay,
And
okay.
in case of update, you are just updating two or three field. So is it good to pass the 150 field along the API?
No.
Right? So with the patch API, patch is nothing but update. So you can just pass whatever the exactly field what you are updating. Just 2-3 fields you can pass instead of sending the whole object. Okay, clear? Now, so whenever you do the CRUD API integration, whenever you are working on a task, you have the CRUD, you have to implement the CRUD. Basically, 4 APIs are needed. Okay. When you create the form, what you do, you see the object, what you have it over here. Okay. Not the object in GET API. So Swarali, what you did, what was the object over here that you created as a for the post? Okay. This is not the object you need to use for form.
ओके.
तू हा घेतला होता ना गेट मधला?
हो, पण सर मी ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केलं होतं, म्हणजे मी आधीच्या ह्याला जसं केलं होतं
तसं
डिटेल्स.
नाही. मी प्रत्येक एपीआयचं वेगवेगळं असतं. म्हणून
ओके.
आधीच नाही
हा, म्हणजे
पकडायचं.
ही फक्त
Every
ऍडची
time,
होती आणि ती
see,
ऍड अपडेट होती.
listen. Every time when you are performing any CRUD operation, if you want to create an object and that object you want to bind it to the form, what object you will listen? What object you will choose? The post one only, not the get one. Doesn't matter like if the post and the get is the same, you always have to copy this. There is a chance that get API will have something extra properties. Now, if you see, do we have category name over here in the post object?
No.
Category ID is there, but category name is not there.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if you check the get API, in the get API, you can see category name. So can you use this object to the form? No, it has some extra field now. So it is possible that your post API has 5 field, but in your get API, you might get 7 to 8 fields or even less field also. Got it? Let's say employee form. In employee form, you have around 50 fields. Can get API also return the 50 field? There is no use of returning
No.
all the data in get API. Na? We are not going to show the 50 field in the table, correct? So your post object can be different and get API object can be different response. So whenever you are working on a CRUD API, CRUD operation, always copy the post one only, not the get one. Get can be different. Okay? Clear, Swarali?
Yes, sir.
See, in your case, what you did, you are working on a add project employee, correct?
Add project already.
Where it is?
This one. No, sir. Down.
This one, na? Add employees to the project. Now
Yes.
see, this is your post object. What you need, you are going to add employee to the project. So what you need, employee ID, project ID, and this is your primary key, correct?
Yes.
Employee ID you need, so employee drop down, and project ID you already have as an input. So you don't need to show this in the form, and you need added date or the date picker, employee drop down and one date picker. Only 2 things you need in the form. But while creating object, this is the object you need to create. But if you check the get API of this, get a project employees, see how many details are there. See, got it?
Yes.
So get API is for get API only. We use this object just to bind it into the table, not in the form. Okay. Get object, get API can have a different response and post API can have a different payload. Clear? So you create this object, put it into a variable, and that variable you bind it to your form. In your form, what you are going to have, employee drop down and added date, project ID, you already have it in the input. So that's it. Got it?
Yes.
Confusion clear है अभी?
हाँ, वो पोस्ट और गेट का हो गया.
Okay.
बट मैंने ऑलरेडी ये मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करके बाइंड किया है, बट फिर भी वो
क्यों
मतलब
नहीं आ रहा है लेकिन? डिबग किया, कंसोल में कुछ एरर है?
हाँ, मतलब वो 0 0 ही ले रहा है आईडी
बट
सब
क्यों?
पे.
एनजी मॉडल कहाँ पे बाइंड किया? बराबर एम्प्लॉय ऑब्जेक्ट डॉट एम्प्लॉय आईडी बाइंड किया कि वहां पे? प्रोजेक्ट
यस,
रनिंग है
वहाँ
आपका?
पे. हाँ.
शेयर करो जल्दी, सबको दिखाते हुए हो जाएगा. Sushil, you are clear on this now, how you do that?
Yes, sir.
So Sushil, I will add you to the group. Sorali and Sushil, you can connect and like Sorali has some, she might be having some doubts, so you can connect with her. Okay. Yes, Sorali, you
No
can share.
problem, sir.
Everyone just try to see her code and you can tell me like what is her mistake. Show the .ts first. Where is your object? .ts. No, this is model, na? Employee dot project employee. Component.ts. Okay, so this is the
ये
interface
आ रहा है ना?
class you have created. Okay. So in the class project emp id, employee id, project id, and added it. Correct. Now go to your .ts, component.ts. No, see na at the
Green
right
आ
side.
रहा है।
Component.ts. अच्छा, वो जूम का 3 डॉट पे क्लिक करो और हाइड करो उसको।
हाँ
3 डॉट पे क्लिक करो और हाइड का ऑप्शन आता है वहां पे, और कंट्रोल
ठीक
पी किया करो और वो क्लिक, हाँ, प्रोजेक्ट एम्प्लॉयज, राइट। स्क्रॉल टू द टॉप वेयर यू हैव क्रिएटेड द ऑब्जेक्ट। टॉप 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 पे जाओ। ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ पे क्रिएट किया है? अब अगर आपने इंटरफेस, अगर आपने क्लास क्रिएट किया तो फिर से ये दोबारा क्यों क्रिएट किया
जरूरत
लाइन?
नहीं है, तो फिर मैंने यहाँ पे ये ऑब्जेक्ट बना
अच्छा,
के उसको बाइंड।
ठीक है। इंपोर्ट दिखाओ पहले। इंपोर्ट फॉर्म्स मॉडल इंपोर्ट किया है,
हाँ
ऊपर दिखाओ।
ये
फॉर्म्स मॉडल इंपोर्ट किया है, उसके बाद ऑब्जेक्ट कौन सा यूज कर रहे हो अभी? HTML दिखाओ, फॉर्म दिखाओ।
ये वाला जो मैंने
एम्प्लॉय,
बनाया।
ऐड एम्प्लॉय ऑब्जेक्ट। रनिंग है क्या प्रोजेक्ट?
हाँ
दिखाओ
अभी क्या हो रहा है मतलब
कंसोल, एम्प्लॉयज में जाओ, कंसोल में जाओ, कंसोल। एरर कब आता है ये? आपने कहीं तो भी ngif यूज किया है, ओके, और ngif इंपोर्ट नहीं किया है। देखो कहाँ पे ngif यूज किया आपने। HTML में ngif कहीं पे तो भी यूज किया है। अगर हमेशा जब भी काम करते हो ना, हमेशा कंसोल चेक करो एज ए डेवलपर। हमेशा कंसोल चेक किया करो। ngif यूज किया ना मल्टीपल जगह? ngif इंपोर्ट किया क्या? .ts
नो
में देखो।
सर,
तो फिर ब्रेक हुआ ना कोड?
एनजी
अगर आप,
क्लास है, एनजी यूज
अरे
ही नहीं किया है।
हाँ, तो कोड ब्रेक हुआ ना आपका, बराबर।
हम्म,
कंसोल में अगर एरर है तो आपको ऑब्जेक्ट मिलेगा क्या प्रॉपर? गॉट इट? सो ngif
अब
इंपोर्ट करोगे तब तो प्रॉपर बाकी काम, इसलिए मैंने बोला कंसोल चेक किया करोगे हमेशा। ओके, ngif इंपोर्ट करो, करो क्विकली ngif। ठीक है। इंपोर्ट मस्ट बी अ कंपोनेंट। कहाँ पे एरर आ रहा है? ngif इंपोर्ट नहीं करने दे रहा है। हाँ, हो गया हो गया। अभी देखो HTML कंसोल में एरर है क्या? नहीं है, राइट। अभी प्रोजेक्ट नेम की जरूरत है क्या? अभी ऑब्जेक्ट देखो, तुम्हारा ऑब्जेक्ट में क्या चाहिए? प्रोजेक्ट नेम है कि प्रोजेक्ट, नहीं नहीं सॉरी, एम्प्लॉय के टैब में जाओ। हाँ, फॉर्म दिखाओ, फॉर्म में क्या क्या है? अभी यहाँ पे
इम्पैक्ट
एम्प्लॉय का ड्रॉप डाउन दिखाना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे। हाँ, अब
यस यार,
प्रोजेक्ट के ड्रॉप डाउन की जरूरत है क्या? प्रोजेक्ट आईडी आपके पास
मैंने
ऑलरेडी है ना इनपुट में?
Yes.
अरे प्रोजेक्ट, यू आर ऑलरेडी इन द प्रोजेक्ट ना, सी द URL 5086। दिस इज नथिंग बट योर प्रोजेक्ट आईडी ना।
ओके
दैट्स द यूज ऑफ इनपुट ना, कि हर एक जगह प्रोजेक्ट का ड्रॉप डाउन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है। वी हैव ऑलरेडी ओपन दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट, करेक्ट? So you have that project ID in the input already, right? Go to .ts. That's why all the component, you don't need project dropdown. You already have the project ID over in this input, correct? So in the constructor, you already have done it also. See, in your project employee, project ID you have already assigned from the input, right? So you don't need that project dropdown over there. Okay. Now check on click of save, check it if the form data is coming properly or not. Then you can remove it. Select some project for some time. Select the date. Check the network tab. Click on OK first. Check the payload. See now, wait, why it is undefined? Now, like what is the object you have created and what you have binded is the same or not? Say that properly because you have created multiple object, right? Check the
But
object.
same,
Just check, double check it. What's the object you have binded? Go to the form. Employee address object. Okay. And see what object you are passing to the API call. Where is your post API call? Next. Where is post API call?
oh,
Save
which
one.
one?
How come data is not coming now? Give the access. Give me access.
Even I check the type also.
Yeah, give me access. Employee project add. Okay, now in HTML. Select employee ID. On employee ID and employee dropdown, we have employee ID. On project, we have project. In employee, no. See, here again, what data you need to show it over here, first of all? In this employee dropdown, which record you need to show? In this employee dropdown, which
Project
record you need to show? You
जो
are
प्रोजेक्ट को
जो प्रोजेक्ट को
असाइन है एम्प्लॉय
नहीं ना, आप नया एम्प्लॉय प्रोजेक्ट को असाइन कर रहे हो, राइट? लेट्स से आप किसी कंपनी में लग गए, प्रोजेक्ट ऑलरेडी रनिंग है, ओके?
यस
आप उस प्रोजेक्ट में ज्वाइन हो रहे हो ना, यस और नो? तो यहाँ पे जो
यस
प्रोजेक्ट में ऑलरेडी एम्प्लॉय है उनका ड्रॉप डाउन चाहिए कि सारे एम्प्लॉय का ड्रॉप डाउन चाहिए? यहाँ पे
सारे एम्प्लॉय
सारे एम्प्लॉय का ना, तो यहाँ पे कौन से एपीआई का डेटा चाहिए? गेट ऑल एम्प्लॉय, नॉट द गेट ऑल प्रोजेक्ट बाय एम्प्लॉय। समझ रहे हो?
हाँ
ठीक है, फिर यहाँ पे आप एम्प्लॉय आईडी बाइंड करोगे तब जाके मिलेगी। अभी आपका डेटा ही नहीं है प्रॉपर, इसलिए एम्प्लॉय आईडी और प्रोजेक्ट आईडी अनडिफाइंड है। तो यहाँ पे कौन से एम्प्लॉय का डेटा चाहिए? गेट ऑल एम्प्लॉय वाला, ना कि गेट ऑल प्रोजेक्ट बाय एम्प्लॉय। सारे एम्प्लॉय का डेटा चाहिए ना, जो प्रोजेक्ट में ऑलरेडी है उन्हीं का डेटा देखाओगे तो कैसे नए नया एम्प्लॉय कैसे बाइंड करोगे? बराबर समझा क्या? अगर आपने नया
यस
कंपनी ज्वाइन किया, अगर आपने यहाँ पे एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट के एम्प्लॉय का ही ड्रॉप डाउन दिखाया तो आपका नाम आएगा क्या ड्रॉप डाउन में? समझे? देखो, दिस इज फॉर एवरीवन। whenever you are working on a project, 50% importance is to understand the project. Correct or no? 50% first you need to understand the project. Coding you can find it from ChatGPT and Google also. You don't have to worry that much about the coding. Anyway, somehow by using AI tool or by asking someone, you will complete it anyhow. But if you understand the project properly, then only you can ask someone for help also. If you don't understand the project, then can you move ahead? Right? So project first
No.
try to understand. जैसे अभी सोराली मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, तब समझा कि यहाँ पे कौन सा डेटा दिखाना चाहिए था। जब भी फॉरेन के
यस
है ना तुम्हारे ऑब्जेक्ट में, अगर एम्प्लॉय आईडी है तो ऑब्वियसली एम्प्लॉय का ड्रॉप डाउन, प्रोजेक्ट आईडी है प्रोजेक्ट का ड्रॉप डाउन। सो गेट ऑल एम्प्लॉय, गेट ऑल प्रोजेक्ट, ये एपीआई बाइंड करोगे। क्लियर?
यस
ओके, सो ये प्रॉपर बाइंड करो तो हो जाएगा। सुशील, आई विल एड इट टू द ग्रुप, जस्ट कनेक्ट आफ्टर दिस सेशन विद Sorali if she is having any issue. Okay.
Okay, sir. No.
You are clear, right? जो आपण केलं होतं नॉर्मल फॉरेन की वाला कन्सेप्ट आहे. Okay,
Oh,
fine. Everyone clear?
So,
Anyone having any doubt? And understood what she had done the mistake? The API call is wrong. So that's why she is not getting the selected employee. Okay, otherwise everything is correct. Fine.
so we'll
Okay,
have to
fine.
thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, let's connect tomorrow morning. Bye all.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Suraj.
Yeah, sir, did you have like any project where all the CUD operation which is there on YouTube channel? Because what happens, sir, like
I will
I'm
share.
from
I will share. I will share.
yeah, so because what happened is I'm getting some like confusion over there now.
See, I
So
will
that's
add.
why I
I
thought
will
keep
add
try to
Sushil. I will add Sushil. Make sure you guys can
yes,
decide the time and make sure you connect with him. Okay. सुशील दिवसभर वेळ असतो ना तुला कॉलेज संपलाय ना
yes, sir, sure.
no, sir. No problem.
Okay, so Sushil is free all the day.
Anytime.
You can just connect with him. Just half an hour. You let him know that you want to connect, and he will be available. You can connect. Okay.
Yes, sir, sure,
But
sir.
Suraj,
Yeah,
instead of
thank you,
going
sir.
for the older project, now try to complete this only and get your doubt clear. It's not about the project, right? Your doubt should be clear, right? Project doesn't matter.
Yes,
It
sir.
can be anything. But first of all, if your doubts are clear, you will be able to work on every project. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Recording share करताना.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for joining.